Okay, we're live. Hello all, hello world. This is day 112 of studying compilers every day until I end a compiler roll. Um, yeah. So last time we finished the first LEA tile. This time we're gonna work on the next one. So I have this giant, I guess, list of things here, or I guess tiles that we can do with the LEA instruction. Last time, and the stream before that, we worked on this one. It's just like the comprehensive, like full memory addressing mode. And the idea is we can simplify a bunch of addition and multiplication with that. So the plan for this time is we can I guess pick more of these to implement, and hopefully we can make some more progress on this list. There's 7 here. We finished 1, so we got 6 to go. Okay, yeah. I think today's stream is gonna be a little bit short because I'm kind of tired, honestly. I have not been sleeping at reasonable hours this past week, so I need to do something about that if at all possible. Or at least find some way to just like rest up properly. Okay. So let's see. I guess we can go here. Which of these do we want to do next? We could do the 2 registers in immediate, but that one has like a lot of annoying cases to worry about. Or as in like a lot of commutativity that we need to deal with. So what I could probably do is you could probably do this one. I think this is like the most basic case that everyone thinks of, at least when they think of the LEA tile. So I think I could do that one. Maybe I have time for this one as well. We'll see what happens. This one is gonna be annoying for the same reasons that this one wasn't. The one that we did last time was annoying. And then these ones are like kind of fun at least. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay. So we should define the tile. Guess we can probably steal this. What do I name this? This is base index scale, I guess. Yeah, we can do that. We can just do no displacement, or displacement is 0 rather. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough. I should probably make this a helper, to be honest. And then that returns like, I guess a pair maybe. Actually, yeah, that might be smart. I should probably generalize that in some way, because I'm gonna be using that a lot. And I guess we could also like do a bunch of other like match tests with like returns. I don't know. Is there a way I could like, a way I could just put this in tile maybe, and then we could use it everywhere. Nah, I think this is the most sensible way to do that for now, at least. We'll think it's time for a rewrite in C, maybe, yeah. But that sounds like way more work than fighting through this by hand, so perhaps I will not do that. Yeah, let's go back here. Let's actually just pull that out completely. Yeah, we've got a lot of this. Yeah, let's start by pulling that out. I guess we could put this at the top maybe. Then we want, like, what? All this voodoo? Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be worse in C though, no? Because then we'd also have to, like, pass around function pointers and stuff. And that just makes even more of a mess. Three by integer. What are we saying now? What is index and scale again? Scale is an immediate, index is a register. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So scale is immediate. So this should be index res, and then, or a ref, I guess, maybe? Yeah, it should be a ref. Register node, ref, or I guess a putter. Index res and then scale res. And we can just get that. Call it a shint. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, okay. So we want index res is index. Wait, what am I doing? Am I just like botting out here? This is immediate node. Possible to just allocate less than a byte? There should be a way to, yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know there's a way in C at least. I'm not sure about C. I guess by extension C++, but yeah. Okay, I'm struggling here. Alright, this is a... Can I just like double putter this? Yeah, we can just do that. That's pretty funny. Is this the sequencing correct? This is not. Okay. We're just gonna do some messy stuff. Let me just look this up real quick. Or actually, what am I doing here? What is the better way to do this? I quite don't like this. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT how to do this, because I really don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. How do I store? Wait, this is gross. What the okay, none of this matters. This is fine. Okay, well, yeah. Yeah, we'll just make a mess like this, I guess. Okay, let's get rid of that. And then... So what does this take again? Node, index, and then scale. Tile, index, and then tile, scale. Or a ref, maybe? Okay, cool. That works. That's really funny. I could probably write a bunch of helpers like this to generalize things as well. That'd be really funny. Let's try building this real quick, just making sure. Oh yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, we need to fix these real quick. Alright, this is not base. Yeah, like that? Or ref. Let's go Skittles. I'm making a mess out of my code once again. Because I guess that is just how everything I do turns out. Okay. This should have issues with linking, right? Oh, no, I guess not. I guess that's fair. Let's run the test real quick. Oh. It wasn't supposed to. Okay, huzzah. It still works. That's good. Don't give up, thank you. I will not give up. What's good, Bigro? Good to see you. Okay, let's keep cleaning this stuff up. Smash that. Move, match, scaled, index. Out. Okay, cool. Okay, we got that figured out. So now we can reuse that in some way. I'd like to make more of these little helpers that we can reuse in some way as well. What else can we do here? I guess we could do something with like this maybe. Okay. Spent about 3 hours debugging last night till 3 AM. That's rough, man. Yeah, hopefully that went alright. Maybe I could do something with this even. Was it your code? Oh, I see. Is there an instance that I don't care about the destination of the register at least? Or at least like externally. I guess maybe, so I could do like a null check somewhere. I guess I could generalize this out to something as well. Maybe not, actually. I don't know. I'm trying to pull too many things out, I think. I'll figure out what to do later. Let's start doing this tile. Yeah, we can steal all of that. This should come after this, I think. Or maybe I'll move it up, technically. Yeah, let's put that there. Eventually reached a bugless state. Nice, good stuff. Okay, so we have that. Did I mess something up? Oh. This is tile. Okay. Okay, we can do that. Or wait. There we go. We figured out the syntax after a second. Let's see. I need to add the tile, I guess, but I'll wait a second to do that. Or I don't need anything in there. Okay, we need to figure out matches here. So this is gonna make a mess. Let's see what we can do. I think we can steal some of this at least. Okay, we can do that. So we definitely need that. I think I should reuse that a lot, I think. Or at least that sort of thing. Or like match dest register. Or I guess like match register and source maybe? I don't know. I'm overthinking this. Okay, well we can just steal that at least. Save dist source. And then okay, so if you look at the pattern we're doing here, I guess I could paint on at this. Or let me move this here. Okay, so we have, there's two orderings of this, I guess, or four orderings. But essentially we have plus, we have a register, and then we have the times unit. That, and then like 1, 2, 4, 8, and then we have register. So we can swap these two, or we can swap these two. So there's 4 combinations here for the tree that we're tiling. So yeah, I'll put this on the side. Yeah, so this has to be an add regardless. Situation's real hard when you start to visualize it. Not really. It's a little bit easier. There's just a lot of mess to be made. I should probably make like a tri-commutative helper, but this tile is like relatively clean, at least compared to the rest of the stuff that we're messing with. Okay, both of these should be registers. So we can kind of steal this stuff, I think. I really don't like how much I'm duplicating code though. If there was a way I could simplify this, that would be nicer. I could write a monad or something. I don't know. Oh, that would be really funny, actually. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting. A whole tiling language. That could be an interesting. That'd be an interesting thing. Okay, let's keep going. So this is an add, so that has to be an add. So this, we have covered this much so far. We can definitely generalize some of this. Yeah, having a Rust-based program here would be very helpful, actually. Okay. Okay. Or if there's like a less ugly way to, I guess, encode all of these tiles. We need to do things differently here. This should be an OR. So these both have to be registers. Because there's a register in between here. That's like an intermediate output. Okay. Let's see. We can't guarantee that it has a source, I think, right? Wait, what am I tiling here? Oh, wait, I see. Yeah, okay. I could definitely steal this, I think. Oh, what's good, Rudraksh? I can't pronounce your name. Apologies. You'll have to tell me how to pronounce it. Yeah, I'm stealing so much code, actually. Okay. This whole like get source thing happens a lot. I should probably like write a helper for this. Or we could just give this node generically. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we should, maybe I should also do that here as well, but I don't know. So we want this, and then source node star source res. We could do another variant of this as well, which is like dest and source, I think. I guess we could start with this though. That would just be like one additional match, as well as like saving the result. Other name for Lord Shiva. Google is not helping me here, unfortunately. Also, thank you for the donation. I don't know what YouTube calls it anymore. Yeah, Google is not doing me a service. Apologies. Okay, let's steal this code real quick. Throw that here. I guess we should just assume that it's... Actually, no, that's not safe, at least. So we should match the register and the source. Yeah, I'll figure out how to name things properly later. This should be node. This is node star star. Oh wait, maybe I should assign after. Yeah, that would be smart. Did I do that here? Yes, I do. I only assign if returning true. Can you share the playlist you're listening to? Yeah. It's just a pile of like stream beat stuff. I'll just throw it in the chat. Oh. Hopefully it links properly. Okay, so we have reg source. This should be dest. So we can start with that real quick. It should just be reg maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Reg source, and then we can source res. Or wait. No, we wanna, oh, what am I doing? We wanna deref it. And then we want to set that to reg source get. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we can do some more stuff with this. We want a variant that also matches that also keeps the destination as well, I think. Did you dye your hair because you lost a bet? No. So initially when I dyed my hair, this is like 3 years ago, so this goes like way back. It was just like the usual like post-breakup experience, and then it turns out that having colored hair feels quite nice. So I kept it around. I went bleached blonde for like a year, but I decided to go back to purple after a while. Partially for like school pride reasons, because like our whole thing is purple. Partially because, well, I just kind of like how it looks. It styles well with a lot of the colors that I wear, so I think it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, also like low-key, it kind of like, this might sound really stupid, but it kind of helps a little bit in like interviews, because like it's like I feel like the interviewers generally remember me a little bit better just from my hair color. Gotta stand out somehow as a Chinese applicant, you know. Okay, how do we differentiate these from each other? Or actually, we could just overload it, I think. Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense. We want register node star reg results or double star. What's good, Terran? I am making a mess because I am passing in pointers as function parameters. So we'll see what happens there, but hopefully it's not that awful. Yeah, we can just overload this and it's no big deal. Yeah, okay. So we want so we want this, and then res is just reg, I believe. Okay, so we can just do that. Did you learn C++ at university? Yes, technically, but there are a couple of things that like we learned the basics. So like all the like pointer address reference stuff between C and C++, like very basic. I hesitate to say object-oriented programming because like we don't do like inheritance properly or like polymorphism, but we do at least talk about like how to use classes. And then beyond that point, like there's like some small things like some parts of the standard library. So like vector, map, none of the unordered stuff, interestingly. But that was like the extent that I got, at least. They've changed the class 2 different times since I last took it though. And I think they're planning to change it again. So I'm not really sure what's happening with that anymore, but bottom line, there were also a lot of additional newer C++ features that we didn't really cover too in depth. So that I had to fill in the gaps for myself. We can definitely overload to do this. So we want to return match, reg, and source. Yeah, C++ just does not end. Not only is it like 10 different languages in a trench coat, and then every time I learn a new feature, I keep adding to that number. I initially thought it was 5. It is now 10. I cannot quantify it. It is more of a vibe thing, but yeah. Not only that, but they also keep adding new features to it, so it just makes it a little bit of a mess. Okay, we want to pass in node. We want to pass in source res. We can just make up a reg res here. Can I just like register node ** reg res? Is this a thing I can do? Oh, okay. I can't do that. Okay, let's delete that. Let's just throw that here. Alright, let's do that. And we can give it reg res. Right? Am I... Because it's just a buffer, so I don't particularly care what goes into it, at least. This should be a putter, at least. What do I give it, then? Sorry, writing compiler is a crazy first project. Our uni does everything in Java. That's fair, yeah. I think Java honestly is surprising. I used to hate Java, but the more I think about it, the more I realize it's like not that bad actually. It seems like a pretty solid pedagogical tool as well. Why is this not working? Okay, that doesn't work. Let's give it a star. That doesn't work. Okay, what's... Oh, I know why. This goes below here. Huzzah. Okay. Yeah. I think a good first project, I don't really know what it would be, but it would be something that at least gets you working with pointers and references. Like one of my friends, he also streams. If he stops by, I'll tell you all to check out his channel. Yeah, his project to get back into C++ stuff was writing a solver for the New York Times Strands puzzle, and that was pretty cool. It got him working with a lot of the C++ essentials. I imagine you could do something similar for like any other game as well. you could, the nice thing about C++ is that it's very general purpose, so you can kind of just do whatever you want with it, honestly. Okay, let's do something with what we just wrote. Where do we even begin? Let's start here, maybe. Or not there. Air times strands. I can't pronounce. You know, let me just do that real quick. This one. So there's like, you want to like fill the board. There's like a couple of words that go with a theme, and then there's the quote-unquote spangram, which is like the one word that I guess matches like all of the theme, all of the words, or like it determines the theme pretty much, and that spans one side to the other. He kind of did it like brute force, but it was pretty cool. So in the driver's seat, I don't know where to start with this. I've also not done this in a while. This will be an interesting break. Go back to work? No. Okay, well. Let's see. Cab. No. Oh. What am I doing here? This is... There's no way that this is what there's no way this is what I'm doing with my time. Yeah, I guess surely there's like cabs. Okay. I don't know. Let's just use a hint. Oh my god, okay, I see. I understand it now. Alright, no. This E. That's not a word? Okay. Or not. Glup. Okay, this is boring, but you can play this in your own time. I imagine it's even less interesting to watch me fumble around solving the strands instead of even doing like leak code or something. But yeah. Does strands use a lot of pointers? It depends on like how you're storing the data structures. It helps getting you used to working with them at least. That's the idea at least. How'd you get into compilers? I personally took the class like middle of my sophomore year. The class kind of kicked my butt when I first took it, and then after a while I started realizing like this stuff is actually really cool. So then I like started learning it properly. yeah, and then I did academic research, and then here I am, I guess. So, just I guess you could like take the class. I think programming languages or like some sort of intro to PL would also be very useful before that point. So we want register node star, or I guess just node star. So we want try or match and source. We just care about the source here, right? Or no, we care about both. So we want tile dist, or we want this here. Oh wait, no, this doesn't do what I want it to. Or actually no, we wanna not this. So we want tile dust and reg source. Or ref to that. What's wrong here? Oh, we need root. There we go. Yeah, so then we can clean out all of that as well. Okay. And then clean that up, okay. Yeah, let's do that. I see a lot of questions in... Oh, I'm recording macro. Good comms, thank you. I see a lot of questions in chat. Let me clean up some of my code first, and then I will respond to some of those. I think I will be able to explain them once I get a little bit more of this built out. Yeah, we can steal some more of this stuff from here. So we just modified loads, we can steal that. And match store, I think. Actually, that is the one node we can't match, I hear. Okay, so we matched load, we can match this thing. Okay. Let's go down here. Yeah, so we can place that real quick. What am I doing here? Why am I doing... You can just do that. Okay, so we can do that. Yeah, the thing is I don't really like this sort of structure here. But I guess that's kind of inevitable with this. Okay. Yeah, these, I don't know. I'm not sure why I pulled that out, honestly. That was a little bit troll. I probably should have done something different there. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. Okay. So what am I doing here? So we want to match this. We want to match this thing again, I think. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. This is this is more of a headache than it's worth for now. Okay. Use of smart pointers confuse me. What's the standard use in industry? Does it completely replace new? I believe it's pretty standard at least. It does replace new. So I guess there's three types of smart pointers. I guess let me take a step back. People got tired of having to deal with like constructors and destructors handling memory allocation through new and I guess delete. So they decided to make an abstraction that I guess it drops it frees the memory once it falls out of scope. And I think like if you've heard of like RAII before, or like resource acquisition is initialization, this will kind of make some sense to you. The idea is like then you don't have to worry about like writing new and then like worrying about when to free and like that's all a mess. So this is kind of like the first layer of like trench coat addition to another programming language to add to the trench coat. So there's three types of smart pointers. The first one is a unique pointer, which, well, is kind of in the name. It only has, it only has. How do I explain it? I guess. There's only one owning reference to the object inside, I guess. So then when this unique pointer falls out of scope, it frees the object that lives inside of it. The second type is a shared pointer, which can have multiple things owning it at the same time, or I guess multiple owning references at the same time. And it keeps like an internal count of how many, I guess, owning references there are. Once that hits 0, then it calls the destructor. And then the third is a weak pointer, which I don't know how to explain a weak pointer. If someone else could explain that would be great. But bottom line, it's very useful to, I guess, make your code a little bit less buggy, and it does replace new. Vim key binding toward when that could be something fun I do eventually. Can I pass unique pointers around functions? Yes, but you can't create copies of it, I guess. So you'd have to like literally move it. Generally, it's a little bit less awful to just pass the pointer of the thing that it owns around, because you can still get that just as long as like you don't call free on that. Life is still good. Do you prefer online or offline job? I kind of like in-person stuff, honestly. I think I can learn a lot more from people when I'm, I guess, there in person. Okay. So I need to figure out how to match here. Okay, so we have, oh, this sucks. Okay. Maybe I should make like a monad. That might be like the least awful way to do this, but like, holy hell. I don't even know how I would begin to start with that. So we could do like, so like node matcher, it takes root, and then like, oh, this is such a stupid idea. I really want to try it though, because I feel like it would be fun. I don't think it would be great though, but I think it would be fun to try. Man, I really want to do that now. Fuck. Okay, that will be something I mess around with over break, I think. That could be funny. I don't completely know how to even explain what a monad is, but I think it would make sense for what I'm trying to do here. Okay, let's go back to finishing this up. So match those. Wait. Oh, I see. And then, so left up is like maybe something here. And then this is right up. So I guess we could just call match skill then. We could do this thing again. Why is there so many dynamic casts? Yeah, it definitely is not very ideal. I need to like, I guess I have like a tree of node, and I need to match the types pretty much. So there isn't really a great way around this unless I were to implement like the fast dynamic cast that LLVM does, which is another thing I want to do in the future, but I just have not gotten around to that yet. So yeah, that is a very valid question. Yeah. Okay, so we want to match skilled index. Can I dynamic cast the null pointer? Yes, okay, that is safe. Okay. So we want to match this on... Or I should probably just... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's go to the top here. Yeah, so this takes the register, so we actually don't need this, I think. Or we don't even need that, actually. So left reg. Where we want. Yeah, we can keep that actually. And then base is right reg. Yeah, so we can do that. Do that. Yeah, this might actually be the ugliest code I've written in my entire code base. This does not make me particularly happy, but it is what it is. Okay. I think this has... Does this tile have greater or lower precedence than the one we did last time? Because I think lower... Yeah, lower precedence, because it covers less. So we want that further down here. So let's just copy this real quick. Okay, let's do this thing real quick. Okay. So this apply is also very boilerplate, I guess. We can just copy this stuff. Except instead of displacement, we want this to be 0. Right, or wait. Okay, well, I guess we could just null pointer this, right? Surely that's fine. Right, is that how I handle this? Let's go back to the operand pile. Or how do I print address? I guess if I can pass a null pointer in. I do know it's like bad to pass null around, but this should be fine, surely. Where do I put this? Oh, duh, it's in operand print. Okay, here it is. Wait, what the fuck? It's displacement. Okay, so this has to be a 0. I cannot null pointer this. We should just 0. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I guess that's inconsistent though. I would like to avoid that as much as possible. Okay, well, I guess we can, let's build this real quick. Let's see if this works. Were you introduced to compilers through a course or a book? I took a class, but I guess I read more about them, and I guess that is what got me here, at least. So I guess through a course, but books helped me a lot along the way. Okay, so this builds. See if the tests explode. Nothing explodes, that's good. Let's write more tests. Or write a singular test. Modify a singular test. So we can kind of steal this. So we have no displacement there. Let's just do all the 4 combinations. So this one, we have, we can paste this in. And then we can copy these. Okay. And then let's just rename these. We got B, we got C, we got D. Alright, these should tile down to LEA. Huzzah, okay. Yeah, okay, this works. That does exactly what we want it to. Maybe the print looks, yeah, the print looks correct. That's good. Okay, cool. Cool. Status. Add LEA BIS tile. Then I want to run. We want to run the regression test generator. There we go. So that should update everything. Okay. It's only been an hour. I could probably get away with doing another tile, or I could kind of just like chill for a little. I don't know. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all want me to take another stab at like trying to refactor this, or do y'all want me to just generate another tile here? Or do y'all just not care? Which is also very fair. Oh hey, that rhymed. I could try making the monad. That could be really funny. How would I even do that, actually? Come here for the vibes, I don't even go to C++. That's so fair, yeah. I could probably do the monad thing. That would be really funny. So why is dynamic lighting on? How would that even work? What functions would I even use here? So you have like it's like we'd have like a I don't know, what do we call this? I guess a tree matcher, I think. And then we want like, I want something which is like tree matcher dot, or we want like tree matcher from node. So like yeah, I'm gonna use the mouse for a second, sue me. Let's try with like the load tile maybe. It's like matches, and then we want like register node, and then yeah, so we want like matches, and then has, I guess like match source or something like, or yeah, match source, and like dot yeah, so we want to match source, and then we want match register node, and then like save, or like save to, or store to, or we want to like keep it in tile dest, for instance. I don't even care that this is going to have overhead. This just feels less awful to work with. So match source, and then here we will have the source. And then matches load node. And then like this is dumb. Why am I doing this? Or like This is really annoying. There's not a good way to like do all this stuff. Matches, load node, and then keep in tile load. Something like this. Something like this would be very helpful. Yeah. I don't know, I don't know, what the other ones look like? I guess the big one I'm confused about is like store, for instance, where we have to like look at both children. So like tree matcher, node, matches, like store node. We don't want to keep that anywhere. We just want to keep the two child nodes. And then like, I guess we could keep like a stacker or something going. Is web dev still relevant? I mean, PHP and MySQL. MySQL, yes. PHP, probably yes. It's being like phased out gradually, I think, as in like React is kind of taking its place, but I think it'll still be existent at least. A lot of the web still runs on PHP, unfortunately. Alright, we should like enter, I think. So you want enter putter. So we could call this match, I think. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we could do this, I think. This sort of thing. So putter, and then we want to freelancing, which I pick up. I think React is probably more modern applicable, at least. Database wise, you can kind of do whatever, honestly, I think. That, or I also just don't really understand a lot of database stuff, so you'd have to look into that more concretely than I can say, at least. So we want enter putter, we want matches. Or maybe we could end all of these on keep as well. And then we, yeah. So we want like auto node, or this equals yeah, I think, or like tile this equals, or actually, yeah, we could do this, and then we want like, I don't know, I'm like way too deep into this. This is dumb. This is really dumb. This is like literally what I'm just doing right now. Like with a layer of paint over it. There is no difference at all. I actually think abstracting this stuff up above was a bad idea then, if anything. Because like, now it's just like not explicitly there. Or at least if we want to do that, I'd want to like, Maybe I could do like macros for this instead. I don't know. We could try that even. Yeah, we could do this like this. I don't know. This sucks. This really sucks. I hate everything I've done here. This entire file is just a slop pile. There has to be a better way to do some of this. I think I did it correctly here, honestly. Oh, wait a second. Wait. This is fine. This should resolve operand, technically. Right? This is a node star. This is a operand. Yeah, maybe I should do it like that, huh? Or no, I don't resolve here. I just get the stuff there. Okay, we can just... I want to just make this more readable. Even if like I get rid of that stuff, I don't know. The big problem I have with this file isn't even performance. It's just that like it's such a mess to read. At least this is like easier to figure out what I'm doing, at least. Yeah, I kind of like this better, honestly. Let's also... Oh my god, I hate all of this. Why am I dynamic casting this to an address? Oh wait, wait. That has to be an address, right? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Okay. Resolving these is good. The store is fine. Yeah, I'd like to make this less awful again. This is bad. This is objectively bad. I don't know why I simplified that out. Oh, what's good, Armand? Good to see you. I'm regretting a lot of my design choices right now. And like these variable names are also making a mess. I think that's why I wanted to do that, but it really doesn't simplify anything. Yeah, this makes sense, I guess. Canada event hitting on Sys Design? Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, I really am just making a mess, it feels like. Yeah, that should probably be reg, I think. Let's delete these. This was a bad idea, just factually, regardless of how you look at it. Right, this should be tile dist, I think. Or actually, we can make a template for this even, like a must match type. I don't know. What am I doing? No. We're not touching templates. We're not touching templates with a 10-foot pole. We're not doing that. Actually, no, the monad idea isn't that bad, actually. Yeah, this will grow very diagonally, but I think that's fair here. Yeah, then we can like give this a lambda or something. And we can like match source or something like that. Actually, this is like very Rust-like, actually. That's what this is like reminding me of, the more I think about this. Represent the patterns as data and have a match function that tries to fit it against the tree, filling the holes with tree nodes. Oh, I guess that makes sense, yeah. Sort of. Yeah, that would be smart, actually. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna stick to the code pile. But doing it this way is quite appealing to me the more I look at it. I don't know. This could be interesting though. Oh, but then the commutative stuff is annoying, huh? I think if I just have a helper to generate this, like, this sort of boilerplate stuff. Yeah, if I have something to, like, generate these tests. Right. That's... Can I express any special condition? Yeah. That's the problem with, like, generalizing this in any capacity. So I kind of just have to, like, make something really ugly, I think. I would like to have a macro here somewhere. I can do that. What's good, MSR47? I'm trying to clean up my code base, but it is not going very well. Guess. What types of return falses do I have? Just non-matches? I guess like... I'm gonna do like exit if null or something for a lot of these. And then these like commutative things I think would also be useful. This really grinds my gears to write. Okay, we'll just keep it like this, I think. I'll just make the code less awful to look through. The apply stuff I think has generally been alright. I want to replace that again. We can just call it that, honestly. I think that's fine. The apply is always going to be a mess. I need to handle multiply differently, but that's a later issue. Let me actually add a to-do here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's also replace this. Oh. Yes, we need dest. We need source, or reg source, I guess. Yeah, we can just like define these buffers, I guess. Or I could just wrap everything in a try catch and just return false on error. That sounds very dangerous though. I would not like to do that. And I'd have to like do all these checks anyway. Let's separate this out actually. I hate this. I should probably like should do like the multi-line thing. Okay, well it's not gonna let me, so we'll just keep it like that, I guess. Whatever. There's a lot of resignation here because I do not know what to really do with this. What does this match function do in abstract perspective? Our optimizer language has like, I guess, we're trying to go from our optimizer language down to like actual assembly, I guess. So I guess it's not a one-to-one mapping, so we're, I guess, generating like instruction or like operation trees, I guess, out of the optimizer language, and then we're trying to like, I guess, cover that tree with tiles to generate assembly. And we want to like greedily tile it so we can, I guess, get more optimized code. Yeah, honestly, I'm down to make my code a little bit slower if it's more readable. I think a lot of this stuff is still fine. Actually, yeah, this is fine. And we should probably have like a tri-commutative. I guess there's not really a good way to implement tri-commutative. Just to be consistent, I could do this and then return true inside. Because I do something like this later on as well. Yeah, I want to keep the match skilled index thing because that is like truly annoying. And there's like only one place that I need to use it anyway, so I don't think it's like that bad to have a helper for that. Okay, let's clean up this mess now. I'm not excited to clean that one up. We definitely need this still. Just gonna copy that and then put this down here. So if they're not both registers, then we can't match anything. So I think that's fine. Yeah, okay. I'd like to also get rid of like the gross XOR things that I'm doing as well. I could also just duplicate code, honestly. No, what am I saying? I should throw a lambda at this, huh? Okay, I don't like this thing. This is unreadable. I will just give this a lambda, I think. Match unreg. Yeah, we want to just like what did I do there? So we want what did this take? Just like I want to be consistent with the way I'm doing this. This op should be yeah, okay. I think that makes sense. Let's just fix the formatting on this first. 1 second. Yeah, I'm struggling with the software engineering here. This is quite difficult actually. So we want the, or no, we have the displacement. We don't care about that anymore. We want register node. I don't know. What am I doing with my life? This is not. Why am I even trying to refactor this? This is all just gonna be like hell to read anyways. Pro hack NASA? Hell no. That sounds quite illegal, and I would probably get very into trouble if I were to do that. Probably shouldn't give that one an attempt. Real quick, let me check my grades. Some of them came out. Where's this one? There it is. Okay, huzzah. So much disdain here for... Ah. I guess I can, like, fix this block. This is awful. Yeah, we can do that. That will just be my little commutative thing, I guess. Actually, yeah, okay. We'll just deal with this, I guess. Man, what if I just matched, like, what if I just matched tiles instead of matching the tree proper? That's more of the same thing. We just make more of a mess with it. Man, this sucks. This really sucks. Like, what am I doing here? Like, I guess this is fair, actually. This is fine. This is not fine. This is super not fine. Okay, let's look for... That is the only XOR we have left. And this is like the one instance where it actually makes sense. What? I think this is actually not as bad as I'm making it out to be. Okay, well, I like op group. Yeah, like this is just kind of doomed actually. Let's just make. Let's hope this works. Let's just hope this works and pray. Da-da-da-da. Okay, and then okay, nothing changed. Let's just commit. Yeah, we'll just do that and call it a day, I think. I think I've like run out of interesting changes to make to this, so I could probably throw in one more tile real quick. Yeah, so this one's done. This one's done. We could do just like the straight up multiply actually. I think that could be funny. Yeah, we could. Let's get rid of this monad slush. Or we could do the immediate version of this actually. That would be kind of copy paste. I think it would be fair to leave that as well here. Yeah, let's do that. I like that idea a little bit more. Yeah, so we gonna copy this. I guess we could put this here. And then this has no base. This is just index, scale, and displacement. That's what we're matching. So no base, it's just those. I think I could get through this really quickly. Let's see if I finish before 10:30. 10:30 being like 20 minutes local time. Okay, let's put this here, I guess. Okay, constructor is done. We can kind of... I think I want to just steal the code from here. And we can... Yeah, we can just steal all of this, actually. So we want ISD. This is fine. Yeah, this makes sense, except instead of... We want to match scaled index, but instead of base, we want displacement. And we want to do something else here. We don't want to break out this. We want to quit if either of these are not registered. Or if... So we want one register. Let's draw the tree. Let's just draw the tree. Let's just... Alright, let's... LEA... This is BIS tile. Then LEA... IST... or D tile. Okay. So we want plus, and then we want an immediate, and times register, and then 1, 2, 4, 8. Yeah, so it looks the same, it's just we changed one thing. So we need to do an XOR here, I think. So these can be swapped, these can be swapped. So if they're the same, or oh, okay. Let's just... Yeah, let's just and double knot. We'll do that gross thing. Or wait. Yeah, and then XOR. Yeah, there we go. That's correct. So this is fine. Does this start with a dynamic cast again? I always forget. It does not. Right. Or wait. Oh yeah, I see. So we want left, reg, and that. And that. So we should right, or tile displacement. We want to set this to static cast to immediate node, star, type top, get left, get. And then we can paste this in here. Then instead left, right. Okay. I think that should be good. This looks very ugly, but it's functional, I swear. That should all match properly. How am I doing on time? I've got like 10 minutes. This should be fine. Okay, so now we just need to apply. Yeah, ISD tile. So base should just be a null putter, I think. Yeah, I hope that's correct. Index scale is correct. This should just be tile displacement, get value. Okay. Alright, that should be everything. And then we just need to add the tile real quick. So these can be in the same level, I think. Let's modify the test real quick. We don't care about base anymore. Let's just give it a different number to keep it interesting. Let's also give this a different scale as well. Alright, 0, find. Oh, wait, no. So, core macro, let's go here. Should be displacement. Next line, we can norm. That didn't do what I wanted it to. Okay, that did though. That's good enough. Let's move these up technically here. That would be technically correct here. So let's do that. All right, let's rebuild it. Hopefully this all works. Okay, those fail obviously, because I haven't updated them. Let's run this real quick. We got a pile of LEA. We got a. Oh yeah, okay. I think that is a middle end issue. That doesn't particularly matter. Actually, no, that does matter. The value is different across all of them. Why is it different across all of them? Something's not right. Right now I'm learning Boolean operators and I look over and you're doing what I can only see as witchcraft. This looks like magic. I promise it's not. It's like parsing, but like in a very ugly way, pretty much. So like don't think any of this is like esoteric, because it really isn't. It's just a little bit ugly, I guess. This does not seem correct. This is definitely not correct. Let's just get rid of base. Wait, am I in the right place? This is not the right place. This is okay. This is correct. That shouldn't change what I'm doing here though. Oh, okay, so I can just static cast it, but that's like messy anyway. It's still not vomiting out the correct number. Because in all the other tests it seemed fine. So I'm not really sure. Oh, yo, whoa. Wait. Whoops. Okay, I think that has to be it. Surely that's it. That's a really funny thing to have gotten wrong. Yeah, that looks much more correct. What language are you writing? Is that C++? Yes, I am writing C++ code right now. Okay. Status. LEAISD tile. Because we're matching the index and the scale and the displacement, but not the base. Since we're on test, regression, rerun regression test. That only changes LEA, which fair enough. Okay. Is there anything else here that's remotely interesting? Okay, I don't think so. I think that's probably about it. I do need to head out now, so unfortunately I am gonna have to call the stream here. In terms of progress, we've gotten pretty solid progress. Let's just keep these around, the ones that we've done. Next time I think I will tackle this awkward case, which that's not gonna be fun. I could probably get kind of lazy with it though, because I guess the big question here is like commutativity and associativity create a lot of awkward cases we need to tile. I have some ideas on how to deal with that. But realistically, we don't really care that much. I think there's just 4 cases. Right. There might be 6 cases. I'm not completely sure. I'd have to like draw it out. My math is quite weak, but yeah. So I'll do that next time. I have some ideas on how to do that. Yeah, and then we could probably get a lot of these banged out really quickly, but yeah, that's about it. In terms of that pile, let me just nuke this once again. We don't want to see that anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call the stream here then. Thank you all so much for showing up today. If you're new here, make sure you sub to the channel and give the stream a like. If you're not new here, you should also give the stream a like. That helps out a lot with the algorithm. While you're down there, make sure to join the Discord. It's the best place to get pinged when I go live and chat with the broader community. Everyone's really chill. We all yap about the advent of code after we kind of get bunked over the head by it, because this year is a little bit more difficult than I remember it being. Yeah, and then also down there is my GitHub and my LinkedIn, so feel free to add me on either of those to stay up to date with what I'm doing. Yeah, that's about it. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.